What Villa assets you got?
Just Watkins.
What we doing with him, Lee? Because there's conflicting problems here, and your cup tie at Chelsea is obviously very important from an FPL perspective because should you lose, which you obviously don't want to do, then obviously your fixture at West Ham in game week 29 definitely goes ahead. And that would probably, I think, over the next 8 game weeks, knowing that fixture was on, I think that would probably put you top of my fixture difficulty rating, despite the fact that the clubs like Manchester City will have doubles in that period. So what do we do? Because Solanke might have a double. Tony, we now know, has got a double. There's also the suggestion that people need to use the likes of Watkins to find funds to get back to the likes of Salah or force De Bruyne in. What's the thinking here, Lee? He hasn't scored for 4. We know how consistent he is. What are you thinking?
No sweat. Nowhere near being sold for me. At 8.9 million, third highest scoring player in the game. Nah. He hasn't scored in 4. That's fine. He'll probably score against Newcastle. Like, he doesn't go long without
Click that, Nick. Oh,
I would
definite red card incoming now, mate.
No, but you know what I mean. Over the long term, he is just consistent. It's not just the goals. Like, he's got 11 assists this season in FPL. Like, he's got so many routes to points. He's the clear talisman. And he's only 8.9 million. He's not going to break your budget to keep him in there. So no, I think he's an absolute hold.
No, but sacrifices, if people want to get all the players they want to get, even if we just look at it from that perspective and forget your Solanke, Tony, we know has got double. Solanke might at some point. Even if it's just a case of finding funds, you could make the same case that, say, Bukayo Saka as an alternative.
I was just going to say Saka's
might be another way to find the money. To be honest, Lee, I'm looking at selling both to find money, mate.
I'd sell Saka over Watkins.
And I agree with that. But if you can jump down to Jimenez, for example, the one thing with Watkins is brilliantly consistent. But how often would his point return actually hurt? Doesn't haul that often. I think probably because of the Sheffield United and Burnley games, we'd look at things like, I mean, I'd take game week 23 as an example. Let's say none of the big hitters are back, right? Including, say, Haaland, for example, right? Look at Watkins at Sheffield United. We say Arsenal, Liverpool playing each other. And you think, well, Captain Watkins at Sheffield United, as many of us did. No, you're shutting your head for the benefit of those on the audio. No, you don't fancy that quite so much, do you?
No, there's a huge difference in my mind in FPL in terms of who will I captain and who do I want in my team. Watkins is nowhere near leading my team, but equally, I'd never captain him. He's just, like you say, he doesn't very often hit double digits. He's not particularly explosive. Obviously, he'll score a hat-trick now I've said that. But no, I don't see him as a captaincy option, which obviously reduces his appeal from a FPL point of view if you know you're not going to captain him. But in terms of that week specifically, it is slim pickings. Man City at Brentford. If Haaland's back, that's where you're going, aren't you?